out of the laning stage and past mid-game. That's for damn sure. LGD with oppressive lanes. Venomancer, Nyx, SF Undying. Even just this Pango in the mid lane can have a nice time against the Magnus.
And, you know, Void has a bad lane regardless. The SF one is just slightly less bad, but given that Void's playing in the off lane and it's going to arrive late, SF is going to already have built up a bit of a CS advantage. This bottom lane should still favor LGD.
Okay, another situation where support's getting a little bit of farm. Misha getting a last hit there, a bit of experience before Yuragi arrives at that bottom lane. And level 1 in the Nether Ward. I just gonna try and contend with the bit of spam coming out of Armor Engine Q, but there's a stun into one raise. Looking for the short range one, but couldn't get in range. Yuragi with no time walk though, just gonna get chased down and right click for first blood for LGD.
And they leave it for the SF. That's so nice for them. He'd use time walk just to undo some of the raise damage in lane, and that level 1 time walk is such a long cooldown that like Yuragi's going to be suffering.
Jin Q fake pumps the stun, a deny on the Nether Ward in fact at the end there from OG. Yeah, difficult lane bottom and top lane they're being dived as well. Amar is about to drop here, no deny from Tiger. Just a tombstone and a gale from Y and Faith Beyond. And a big juicy wave arriving on this tier 1 means Razor here needs to be quickly back into lane. Gotta be wary of that Nether Ward. It's one of those unexpected tools sometimes. Oh God!
Boy!
Okay. Well,
okay.
Yeah.
He's thinking he's got time walk, but the quick raises just blow him up. Triple raise and you're done.
On top lane,
yeah.
Taken down, but Amar dead again. 4-0 start. 1 kill goes
Tiger's
the way of
feasting,
OG.
though.
Tiger, the big punches. 142 bonus damage. Loses the buff, though, so why?
Oh, no.
Back in the trees.
Oh, he
He'll
turned!
get the kill. Dies to the tower in the end, so a 2 for 2 in the top lane. Massive fight between the two squads there.
Expecting more of utility. You've got Razor as well as Void on your team. I think playing around the, your Blink Skewer initiations is going to make a lot more sense. For now, he's just leveling up in power, though, so... but I think like Blink, even BKB type build is going to be what makes the most sense this game.
Okay, yeah, well, the DD room gathered up by Y. Throws the Tombstone and the Rolling Thunder into BZM. Tries to skewer away, but nothing to say. He's got his number and tracks back onto the Magnus.
That's a kill in a mid laner there. Oh, and he gets the +1. Great find from nothing to say. Yeah, I think for BZM going for that rune, he knew he could get there before the Pango, so he kind of, he forces Undying to pick it up, but then you're just giving Undying like all these right clicks plus the Rolling Thunder. He had no real escape from it, so LGD, you've got a Veno who's going to have full control of this top lane. He went for 2-2 before starting to level up Plague Wards. I like it. And also got a value point in Poison Nova. That's how he got that kill. I feel like so many Venos skip Poison Nova, but great to see him go for that. But here's the move from OG. Oh my god, that Pango.
But Pango with a big swash and a Rolling Thunder while Arme skewered across into the RP from BZM. Jin already dead after dropping low under the tower, and OG enough damage to bring down the Nyx and the Shadow Fiend while not losing anyone yet. Misha heals up, back off his wand, and Y getting chased down with a shockwave and a play forward from Yuragi. They get the kills they need. 10-5 now, and OG a bit of a response, looking for nothing to say. He's got no swatch, no Rolling Thunder. Shield Crash gives him a ton of block on that damage incoming, and Jin with the 3-man stun. Holds back OG, but they are not giving up on this. Chasing back into the tree line. Finally, Misha will die to nothing to say, but a skewer onto Jin opening up a potential kill on the Nyx. BZM wants it desperately, but now Faith Beyond's joined the fray, battling away onto the Magnus, looking for the pick-off, and he'll find it with his dominating streak going. And Jin he lines a stun up onto the Faceless Void. No stuns coming from LGD though, so a time walk back allows the Void to slip away from their grasps. Himself in his Ancients, farming away up to 9,000 net worth, but the jump in from BZM top, catching out the Veno into the life drain. Nothing to say, has taken down Amar already though, as Faith Beyond falling near that tier 1 top. LGD, you're gonna move in quickly though. Time to dive. BZM swashbuckled down. The life drain won't heal him up anywhere near enough, and nothing to say with Y. They've got the gap close onto Misha. Pugner's stranded, and Jin secures it with a stun.
Tiger's still in the neighborhood playing around a Vision and Ward. He gets stunned up, still has a TP out. And they know there's a ward up here. Yeah, they're going to get the D ward, and they're going to find Tiger. Impale up in a second, so they'll finish off at 4th hero. Not a good fight for OG. It was a fight they chose to take because they knew they were creating a lot of space for the Void down bottom, who did get the tier 1 tower and is getting a lot of farm, but seeding up so many kills to a Shadow Fiend plus the tier 2 tower is still not going to feel worth it. You get first Aegis as early as possible, and you use it to take these outer tier 2 towers, get outposts, and they're going to maybe get Ammar here as well. Carapace going to find him and gets a 2-man impale.
That's just beautiful, isn't it? Yep. Really gorgeous from Jin-Q, and the exact move that you were talking about. They're pushing mid, they're farming enemy ancients, pushing bottom. Every lane there's a hero from LGD showing. So OG, that bit of false sense of security, thinking, okay, we've got room top, we've got a bit of space, and there's just a Nyx waiting for you.
Agi and BZM, who are trying to get some farm here. Faith Beyond just going to push them out of the triangle, but fortunately for OG, they've already farmed it up, so getting what scraps of gold they can get, and they may look to take this team fight. They're grouping up here.
They're kind of ready for this, though. LGD in the vicinity as Jin-Q. He's not going to get caught out by anything here until the bashes from Yuragi, but they've got the mech from the Undying. The Chrono lands in onto the Undying and Shadow Fiend. Jin-Q finally dies, but Yuragi and BZM, they're dropping so quickly. Tiger and ammietah trapped in the tree line. Nothing to say. Slices through one. And Tiger with a TP home, successfully escaping. But LGD, another swift, domineering performance in... I struggle to call that a team fight. That is a curb stomping from LGD. Top jungle area. And he's noticed me pings. You know, why bringing attention to areas of the map that he wants his team to be playing into. It looks like
a big kill if they can get it.
He gets off his BKB. Chrono comes along with a static link, and Ammar's walked into the Chronosphere here, so maybe with the heals from the Undying to buy time for Arme to escape. Gets him a bit of distance. Requiem, is it in time? No, not quite. In comes nothing to say, but he's bouncing off the cliffs. They'll finish off the Razor, and Yuragi, time walking back, tries to TP, but the zombies and Jin-Q's jump will secure them. 2 kills in the trade for Arme's SF.
Yeah. They make sure they still get the good trade, but losing the Shadow Fiend, you know, not quite according to plan, but they are still biding their time, waiting for this next roast respawn, and they're not done hunting quite yet. Tiger will TP out from the trees unless the bash hits him, but nothing. LGD are just eyeing off that top lane of Rax. They don't have Penko. Penko's gone for the bottom rune. If OG take a fight right now... Oh, the window's closing though, and they're being jumped on.
Yeah, scouted and caught out by Jin-Q's Nyx. He goes in for a stun and then quickly runs. Trying to keep vision here over Tiger with another Yules, but the catch from BZM sending Jin-Q back towards tier 3, but you've got the poison over the plague walls and all the damage from the Venom. Well, Arme's outside of the Chrono. Yuragi tried just to control up, nothing to say, while Ammar diving in onto the SF, draining all of his damage. Yuragi back in, but Arme's got this Mask Commanders going, the BKB's up, getting bashed in the meantime, needs a bit of help from his team, but Yuragi focusing SF. They've lost too much. They can't finish him off. Arme survives, and their cores have all died. GG is called, and game 1, it's over.
Yeah, the carries on the front lines just didn't have the supports. They're going to go for some last RPs here, but Pengo got the entire back line. His Blink Rolling Thunder in with the roll-up. He was just chain stunning these supports, taking ET out of the fight, taking Pugna out of the fight.
Beast.
Yeah. I said it was like the one role it's not played in, but maybe maybe I'm wrong about that.
But that's the trick up the sleeve I was alluding to, kind of hoping it would happen. We'll see if it's the case. Unlikely here for LGD, as that Prophet will likely be the one. As OG, yeah, Ammar hero with 10 seconds remaining to pick it up. There's one thing I've learned from Arlington is I don't know what a good timber game is anymore. I used to look at 3-4 strength heroes, good timber game, no nuke damage, good timber game. Ammar on the panel is just like, nah, this is a good timber game. Not this one. Tide Hunter going to be the pickup for OG. And OG, they're going to meet LGD here. Jin-Q walks up to the staircase. The Fortune's End into raises. And close in on the Primal Beast. The Onslaught gets the distance. The Sunstrike, though, it'll connect and kill him. BZM with first blood, and OG, good start here to game 2.
He was out of there if not for that Sunstrike. Ammar really did not want to level up Gush, and he's got the Nature's Prophet lane, so I definitely agree with the decision to go for the Anchor Smash there. Maybe was watching top lane a bit too much, and nothing to say. Once he hits level 6, there is that kill potential in mid with Wise Dazzle rotating in. They're looking for 3 level 6 even, and they're going to get it.
Yeah, very nicely done. Why? Close to death, but he had that wand pretty full and a Fairy Fire. Keep himself alive, even though he is blocked in with the creeps. Come on, nothing to say. Get me out of here, please. An Oracle TPing in, just going to kill off Y. Y wants to die. It's time to die. Y was probably going to die there, so TP's back for the bottle refill.
Oh, rolling thunder mid.
And going straight onto this Invoker, looking for 2 kills in quick succession. Even bringing Arme in here, but the cold snap and the ice wall holding LGD away for now. But in comes the Pango, crashing again onto the Invo as the Nature's Prophet tossed around, being burst down. The grave comes from Y, the save, and the reinitiation from Jinkyu as Arme just TP's home. Tiger, he's got to high ground, but nothing to say. Bridges that gap easily, and we'll find the Oracle here. The Fortune's End just delaying things a little bit longer, though. Oh, Tiger. Can he get out? He's got a fairy fire. I think LGD have to give up on this.
Dodges
the swash, so he gets away from it.
They used the first exorcism to bring down the tier 1 mid with the Nature's Prophet rotation, and this mid tower has gotten very low as well.
Yeah, Jinkyu may have stepped a little too far forward. Tiger there again, saving himself with the Edict, but Tiny caught out along with the Shadow Fiend. Faith Beyond has herded Yuragi back into LGD, trying to pin down the SF and the swashbuckle. Nothing to say, shuts him down. The grave would have saved him from the Sunstrike if it had landed. And LGD, they keep themselves sustained for that continual aggression.
You know, Tidehunter is a bit of a slow hero when it comes to offlane play as well. He's just trying to pressure his lane. Things are not online yet for the OG side.
Yeah, nothing
Amar's
to
just
say.
dying bottom.
Yo, you're right, yeah. Amar dying to Faith Beyond. I was looking at Yuragi. Yuragi dies to Ancients! Oh, no, gee. They're gonna get a catch here with a Sunstrike,
nice
but
grave.
the grave again from Y.
It's all coming. I think OG, yeah, they just can't play around it.
Oh, 2 supports scouted out and rolled on. Nothing to say. Comes crashing down on their heads and pulverize the Oracle with a good shield crash over towards Tiny. Misha getting caught up here by Faith Beyond and nothing to say. 2 quick kills for them while they're still out on the map. Arme pushing out top. Looks like he's TPing in towards mid to catch out Amar. The Tidehunter dead for 30 seconds.
And being able to play like this aggressive, let's just keep hunting for kills style of Dota with a Nature's Prophet means, you know, Nature's Prophet's just farming all over the map with a Midas.
If you look at this series against OG and then look back to day 1, you're thinking, what happened? You know, what happened day 1? This is LGD on form. They're looking perfect.
Another catch. Amar, he's the one who's farming the dangerous parts of the map and just constantly being found and hunted. Doesn't really want to ravage.
He's tanky and annoying, cutting through trees and pigballing away. Okay. They've got another onslaught in 3 seconds along with a trample, so he'll ravage now as Misha dies to Faith Beyond, but in comes the onslaught trample, and Jinkyu finds the takedown. It looked like Tiger was considering the false promise on the Tide, but now with the Gleipnir catch from Arme, they'll bring him down as well. 3 quick kills again from LGD, and it's just non-stop slaughtering of the OG lineup here. 2 minutes into the game, it's pretty freaking good.
Just gotta be careful. OG have smoked us 5. This is their big team fight opportunity.
And they come in contact with the DP and blow up Faith Beyond, but look at that trample. The damage of the Tiger clears him up. Oracle's dead. As Yuragi with his BKB turns for the grave onto Jinkyu, allows him to potentially TP home here.
BKB TP, and he's out of there. Roshan is alive. I don't know if OG have the ability to take this one. The SF damage is, you know, decent, but he hasn't got the Mask of Madness, and I think more importantly, LGD are ready to take a fight. Even without Death Prophet, they're going to have a Rolling Thunder in the pit, so OG have to back off, but they seem to want to stick around. They
stuck around, and the 5 members of LGD are stampeding in towards that tier 2 bot area. They've already claimed the tower, so now it's time to claim some kills. Y walking high ground, gets Avatos back into Yuragi. Good pick off on the Dazzle, but what can they make off the back of it? Amar and Yuragi coming down the staircase, Sunstriking forward to try and scout and give vision. Jinkyu, he meets Misha, BKBs and pulverizes, and now they've got the DP ult with the Pango roll, back in towards the Tiny. Look to blow up Misha here and catch onto Tiger. Both supports the targets here for the Gleipnir of Arme, as they will swiftly move in to kill off the Squishies.
Elsewhere, though.
He's even in the back lines, aiming for BZM.
He's zoning out the entire backlines. Didn't have any follow-up damage, so wasn't really close to getting any kills there, but doing a good job of landing his spells to guarantee those 2 quick and easy support kills. But with Exorcism wearing off, there's no real high ground play here to be made for LGD. They're going to have to back off, continue farming.
Last-ditch Glyph keeps the tier 3 alive on 20 health. And Yuragi fake pumping the Requiem. Gotta be careful now, he's sprouted up though. Needs to get his BKB off. They've got False Promise behind him to buy. No, they don't. It's on cooldown. They don't have the save available for Yuragi, so he's going to die. Arme just comes in, kills off 2. Dive behind tier 3s a little bit there, but fall back and focus objectives is the name of the game for LGD.
SF was almost playing as if he did have the False Promise behind him, but it was still, yeah, 10 seconds away, and LGD get the perfect jump, utilizing this Primal Beast initiation so well. The BKB pulverized, just when there's no False Promise, it's just no good answer to it, and always be attacking an SF. You're not really being kited, and LGD, they want to charge in here.
Man, nothing to say. Breaks up the high ground, spots out Misha. Does get the toss back, and a blink ravage from Mamar, not connecting on anything. Faith Biana's aggressively blinked in on towards Tiger, getting the fear on the Oracle. Pango trying to slow down Yuragi's retreat. Needs the BKB Requiem to fear them up, but he's been caught out, stunned up by the Rolling Thunder, and finished off. GG call. A tremendous victory. 2-0, in fact, for LGD over OG. I thought this series would be a close one.
26-4, 2 sub 30-minute games. We're getting